rejected it? Why wouldn't you have led with that?
Look at my face, Kristen. Does it look like I perfected a fountain of youth?
I guess that's enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be doing another Days of Our Lives recap for October 3rd, 2024. Let me tell you guys how I really cannot stand, this Day's character, Sophia. Like, I know we always have to have somebody that we don't like in a show or a soap opera, whatever it may be, but Jesus, I truly have a strong dislike towards this character because she just doesn't have no redeeming quality. Like when you have villains that, they have a backstory, they have some depth to them. This one doesn't. So anyways, Holly and Tate, they broke up and Tate is standing there. I would think Tate would, after all he's gone through for Holly, after fighting so hard to see her, he just let her walk away. He doesn't run after her, nothing. And Sophia is just there trying to comfort him and, with this big old ugly smile on her face. And, he's like, I can't believe we're over after all we've been through. He's confided in her, right? And he's saying like, we hide from our parents, we were sneaking behind their backs, all for it to just, result in this. And she's like, after all Holly's put you through, you're better off without her. It's not your fault. She took a while to, come true for you when you had that case against you and she didn't clear your name. She took a while, you're better off without her, all that drama. So anyways, she's hugging him and he's like, I need to go home, clear my head. And she's there like, why don't we take a walk? And he's like, you're not gonna be late for work. And she's like, no, my shift doesn't start yet, so let's take a walk. And he naively goes. So they sit on the bench talking. And, she confides to him that she has feelings for him. She always had feelings for him. She never got over them, but she did it because of Holly. But now that their friendship is over, she wants to, make it right between them, right? But he shuts her down after she, desperately, kisses him. And he's like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I need to go home and all that. But she's just smiling like, okay, I got him, whatever, right? So anyways, Holly runs off to the pub and Eric sees her. Eric asks her what's happening. So she's like, nothing, just keep walking. So he's like, I know you're mad at me, but I can tell that something's wrong with you. So she's like, fine, like me and Tate broke up, but it's all your fault. So he's like, I understand, that I did hurt you and all that, but like, how is this my fault? So she's like, you and your brother, caused this wedge between us, you guys and your drunk driving and all that. So he's like, I understand, you're hurt and you're angry at me for taking away your father and all that. All I can do is continue to make things right. And she blames him, she blames her mom, obviously they put her through a lot. And he's like, take her out of the equation. I hurt you, but don't bring your mom to this. She was just looking out for you, protecting. So she's like, why isn't she here? So it's like, Jude had a sinus infection or something like that, and he couldn't come, and she had to, keep him safe, and she wants you there, So she's like, I think she just moved to Paris just to suit you, she could have stayed here with me, and I can't pick up and move. Like, I'm in my senior year and all of that, right? So he understands all that, and he's like, we're trying to make amends. We're trying to make up for what happened. Come to Paris. I'll book your ticket. So at some point, she did, oblige. She's like, nothing is really left here in Salem. Might as well I just go to Paris, right? So I don't know if this character is leaving or so, but that's all that happened today. So we go back to Brady, right? And he gets a visit from Marlena. Marlena is checking on him, and he just feels bad for all that he's putting her and his dad through. And when he mentions it, that I couldn't help but feel sad that, okay, John Black, Drake Hogestyn just passed away, and it's just bittersweet. It's surreal that he's no longer going to be on the show. So Brady's going through all this, and we're not going to see any more scenes from him, when he does get vindicated. So anyways, Marlena said, listen, don't beat yourself up. We're here for you. We love you right in your corner. So, he's just, just mad at himself. He's upset that, okay, he didn't make better choices and he deserves to be here. And he said that Kristen was trying to like help him, get out of the situation, but he told her no, because, he doesn't want it to get worse. And she's like, I think she's in it for other reasons. She still loves you. And he's like, yeah, I know that. And I still kind of have something for her. It's, she has this pull on me. And no matter what, crazy stuff we've been through, I still have to have connection with her because, she's the mother of my child. And there's always something there. You guys probably think that I'm, crazy for that. But that's just how it is. And she's like, I hope she doesn't really, make the situation worse, because she has a tendency to. And he also talked about the whole thing with Tate and Holly, that he hoped that his actions did not cause their relationship to implode, because he had reservations about them. But now, he just hoped that it didn't cause anything. But you're too late on that, Brady. But anyways, Marlena is there in his corner, and, she leaves him and she's like, things will work out how it work out, right? So from yesterday's episode, we noticed that, Rolf is back. We don't know what he there for, but anyways, she's like, you're a wanted fugitive. Like, what are you doing here? So he's like, listen, I've been working on this scientific, discovery, and I think you need to see what I've been working on for your business and all that. So she see the portfolio, and he was going through it. So he also said that if she remembered the prism. So remember that him and Megan did have a prism to help Bo with his tumor, heal his tumor. And, the other tumor was the other prism, was, for the Fountain of Youth, which, went bust. It didn't work out. So she's like, did you perfect it already? So, why didn't you hold on to it? So it's like, Kristen, do you see my face? Does it look like it went through the Fountain of Youth? So that had me cracked up, if you can check out the first clip in this recap, right? So she's like, I guess not. So anyways, she was not really interested in it at first, because she's all about, rescuing Brady from his problems. And he's like, I can't understand how you still have this sick, unhealthy obsession with Brady. And, you need to let that go and think about business, the future and all that. Your father was all about that. She's like, he had his obsession with Marlena back in the day. And he's like, yeah, he did, but he also knew how to multitask, and you need to do that too. He would want you to do that. So she did also, say, yeah, you're right. So she asked him about whether this could help with spinal cord injuries as it relates to Sarah. So he's like, I don't know. I'd have to look at her chart, but it could, turn around things for her, because he's saying this scientific discovery could help, stem cell, you do more than what stem cell research can do, change things medically, make them a lot of money and all that. So she's like hitching up an idea to help Brady. We don't know how that's going to turn out, but let's see. So we go over to Xander, right, who is playing with his gun, because, he just feels like if justice isn't served, he's gonna, handle justice in his own hands, vigilante justice with Brady, right? So Maggie sees him shining the gun and puts it away, and she's like, what you doing with that? So he's like, he makes up this story about, security not being tight at the office, and he has to protect himself, being Victor's heir and all of that, right? So anyways, she didn't buy it at first, but then he's like, look, you just came in and security didn't check you, so I have every reason to have this gun. But anyway, she overlooks it and she said, listen, like, you gotta drop this sick obsession with Brady. Like, I heard about you trying to beat him up with the bat. I don't think she heard about the fact that he was trying to kill Brady this time by drugging him or letting him off himself. So she didn't hear that part. But anyway, she said she overheard from Fiona, and he's like, did she tell you why the reason that I had to do it? Like, look at Sarah, look how she's suffering. Like, I had to do something. And did she tell you that she was with Brady? And she's like, yeah, she did, but like, it doesn't give you the right to take justice in your own hands. Like, let the law handle it. Like, you need to let this go for Sarah's sake. Sarah's been struggling, and we also have to come with the reality that this may be permanent. This whole condition that she's in may be permanent, but she still can have a full productive life. But you just got to be in her corner and be there for her and, you know, your child. And he understands that, you know, but let's see if he really would listen to Maggie, right? So Kristen comes over to Xander's office, and Xander is like, I really need to get security checked. So what do you really want? So she's like, I'm here to make your worthwhile, right? So she told him about the fact that, you know, Dr. Rolf have this, you know, serum or something that could possibly change Sarah's condition for the better. So he's like, really, like, you know, this would be awesome. Like, so she's like, yeah, it would, but under one condition. So he's like, you know, what is the condition? So she's like, you need to set Brady free, point blank. I don't know how he's going to respond to that, because he has a serious hatred towards Brady. But what is more important, the revenge on him, or, you know, making sure that your wife can walk again? But let's see what happens. So I will leave the clip here for you guys to see. I will see you guys for an all-new recap tomorrow. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
There's just one teeny tiny favor I might ask in return.
Which is,
Make sure that Brady goes free.